Here are 4 things for you to know before you get on that plane to visit Maui, Hawaii after the fires. Have you booked that ticket to Maui and you're really excited for your trip, but you're a little bit hesitant because of the fires that happened last year? I know a lot of people are worried about that, but I'm here to share with you 4 reasons as to why coming to Maui is a good option and why we need you to come and support our island. I want to say a little disclaimer, and the disclaimer is that although I was here during the wildfires of last year, I am not a native Hawaiian and I am not from here. Therefore, I will never truly be able to understand the amount of loss and suffering the natives are feeling during this time and during the time of the fires. This land holds so much energy, so much culture, so much tradition. And although I continue to do everything in my power to learn more about the cultures, about the tradition, and about the lifestyle and the people, I know that there's always going to be a part of me that will not fully understand. I hope that I can use this platform as a way to share and to educate my experiences with others and to spread correct information about the island and about its people and share insightful, genuine, and helpful ways as to how travelers from the outside can come here while still being respectful to the land, to the locals, and to the culture. So, with all of that being said, let's get into 4 things you need to know before you visit Maui, Hawaii after the wildfires of 2023. First things first, Maui needs you. I know that when the fires happened, this big message went out saying stop all traveling to Maui. And at the time, that was probably a safe thing to do. We were in a very big state of shock. We didn't have enough supplies. We didn't have enough people to help, and it was just a mess all around. However, other parts of Maui need you. Other parts of Maui need your money, they need your time, and they need your energy to come. We need people that are excited to learn about the culture, how they can help, and spread the aloha spirit. Also, as much as this is controversial, Maui needs your money. We need tourism because tourism is a huge part of the economic sector here in Maui, as well as all the other Hawaiian islands. Although back in the good old days we could rely on sugarcane exports, now we heavily rely on tourism. And since this time last year, we're down about 22% of visitors, which is a massive number when you put it into the grand scheme of things. I know that in other parts of the island, like where I live on the North Shore, many restaurants and other local businesses have had to close down a couple of days a week or completely altogether. It's almost like it's COVID times again. People can't afford to keep the lights on or the doors open because there's not enough tourists visiting, because people don't know that they can or if they can't. So if you're planning your travels to Maui, know that you're welcome to come and you're really welcomed in other places other than Lahaina. And that takes me into number 2. There are so many other beautiful places to visit in Maui. Of course, Lahaina is never going to be the same again. And there's still huge recovery efforts happening currently on the island right now. So with that being said, what else is there to do in Maui? Well, let me make you a little list. First things first, you have the famous Road to Hana, which I'm sure many of you have heard of. That is just in my backyard, and it's one of the curviest roads in all of the world. There's millions of waterfalls you can see, fantastic hiking, rainbow eucalyptus trees, very good gelato, and banana bread, all on this road to where you can see all of Maui's beauty. It's a super popular attraction for tourists, and even some of my best friends and I go on the weekends. We also have Haleakala National Park, which is one of the volcanoes here in the Hawaiian Islands. You can go visit Haleakala at sunrise or at sunset or any time in between. You can hike, you can go look at the summit, you can do so many things. They also have a national park office that has a lot of information in there and fun patches if you like to collect like I do. There's so many opportunities to see such amazing, beautiful things in this island. I highly recommend just exploring other parts of the island. On a physical level, we are recovering in many ways. We're still removing debris and we're still cleaning out the areas that were burned. When you're visiting the west side or when you're visiting Maui, you may see Lahaina and you may see very desolate, empty spots. That's because things haven't been rebuilt yet. We're still in that process. You don't really need to visit Lahaina. Although roads have opened back up and things like that, there's really no need to be there. So please pay your respects to the area, to the mourning that's happening, and to the people that are actively trying to clean up and rebuild. Another point I want to make is that emotionally, we are still recovering. This was a natural disaster that affected so many people on this island and outside of this island. I know personally that although the fires were scary the day it was happening, the days after the fires were some of the most transformative days of my life. I was running off of about 4 hours of sleep. Everyone I knew, including myself, were volunteering, bringing food, water, clothes, hygiene products, to everyone and anyone in shelters, on their side of the road, anyone we could see. I was a crying shoulder for strangers. I cried with strangers. I prayed over people. People prayed over me. It was one of the most insane times of my life. And people are still mourning to this day. So please remember that when you come to visit Maui, although we need you here, we also need you to be respectful. We need you to understand. We need you to let go of being a tourist and look at it as an opportunity to be a part of the community and a part of this huge ohana we have here. Although you may stay in a nice resort and you may be on your tropical vacation with a Mai Tai in your hand, we love that and we want you to enjoy that. But we also want you to remember that this island is still struggling and we're still mourning and we're still figuring out what comes in this process of healing and what the future is going to look like for Maui. So just keep that in the back of your mind whenever you're around locals or around people that may have been involved in the fires or the aftermath of the fires. And lastly, learn how you can help. This kind of ties off of the end of what I just said, but Maui needs the cheerful sunshine that so many people can bring to it. And we also still need help in many, many ways. Figure out who you can donate to, support local businesses, support small restaurants, support locals in any way that you can. These little things add up and will eventually make huge strides in these communities and helping people get back on their feet. Also, if there's any volunteer efforts that you can do while you're here visiting, sign up for them. Help to pick up trash on the beach or volunteer at a shelter making food for people. Even just an hour during your vacation would be a great way to get to know people, know what's actually going on, and feel like you actually made a difference during your vacation. So that's all for this video. Again, I just want to say that I am doing this in all my respect to the Hawaiian Islands and to the natives that are here. So if you guys enjoyed this video and would like some more traveling tips and tricks, please subscribe to this channel and give me a little comment or a like below. And if you want to get even more personal, follow me on my other social media channels at Salem A Hair on everything. And I can't wait to connect with you guys there. Peace out.